Christmas has come and gone. The new year is well underway, and after all of the changes of our normal routines with family gatherings, parties, and special worship services, there is a sense of relief, at least for me, to have my normal routine back. It's not that I didn't enjoy the holiday or thoroughly cherish our family time. No, we made some really good memories, but it's exhausting for the more introverted types like myself who prefer to get up every morning at the same time, 6 a.m., stretch until 6:20, then run until 7:10, eat breakfast, read the paper, and then head to work. I like my routine. I like eating the same breakfast cereal every morning and a piece of my homemade toast. I often exhale with a sigh of gratitude to God as I sit down and eat it and acknowledge that this may be my favorite part of the day. Now, I know that some people would find my routine rather boring and mundane, but honestly, I could happily live the rest of my life with little variation to my day-to-day schedule. But guess who isn't happy just to live and let live? Guess who messes with our schedule and our routine? Guess who interrupts our lives with all kinds of unexpected events which are confusing or painful or unwanted? Yeah, you know who I'm talking about. So why does God mess with us? Why give us a comfortable life only to occasionally flip it all upside down? Well, there is no better person to look and find an answer to for this question than Moses. After fleeing Egypt, fearing for his life, he found that the shepherd life of tending the flocks for his father-in-law, oh yeah, that was a routine he could have enjoyed for the rest of his days and then ended his days with a smile. But then this happened, as recorded in Exodus chapter 3, where it says, "Now Moses was keeping the flock of his father-in-law Jethro, priest of Midian, and he led his flock to the west side of the wilderness and came to Horeb, the mountain of God. And the angel of the Lord appeared to him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. He looked, and behold, the bush was burning, yet it was not consumed. And Moses said, 'I will turn aside and see this great sight, why the bush is not burned.' And when the Lord saw that he turned aside to see, God called to him out of the bush, 'Moses, Moses,' he said. 'Here am I.' And then he said, 'Do not come near. Take your sandals off of your feet, for the place on which you are standing is holy ground.' And he said, 'I am the God of your father, the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob.' And Moses hid his face, for he was afraid to look at God." We would never have known the name of Moses or his story had it not been for the burning bush. And why a burning bush? Why not just appear to Moses? Well, all good questions, and the Lord certainly has his own reasons for why one way and not another. But the burning bush offered an insight into what God is doing as he messes with our routine and our lives. Moses noticed something weird was going on. The bush was burning, but it wasn't being consumed. That's not normal. And it was this strange event out of the ordinary that broke into his normal and got his attention. And once God had his attention, once God changed his routine, then a whole new course was set in place that even affects our lives this very day. And as you keep reading the story about Moses, you find that he really tried to get out of the plans that God had for him. And after a long, whiny debate with God and seeing that he wasn't getting anywhere, he just came out and said it plain and bold. Send someone else. But if God had given in to his belly aching and excuses, then none of the really good things that happened in Moses' life would have happened either. And the really good things that I'm talking about are just beyond imagination, in that Moses got to be with God face to face in such an intimate closeness that at times his whole body glowed with the glory of God. God called him his friend, confided in him, shared his plans and who he really was. God placed his Holy Spirit in Moses and did amazing miracles through him. And it all started with God messing with his normal routine and catching his attention with the burning bush. Such burning bushes are in our pathway too. It is that something that takes us out of our normal routine and calls us to question, what's going on here? It's an event or a person or a troubled spot in life. It can be anything that really catches our attention, but it is used by God to call us into a deeper life with himself, a face-to-face life of intimate closeness that at times is felt in your body, whether you end up glowing or not. It is used by God to call you out of your ordinary life in which you feel the illusion of self-control because you're really not in control of anything, let alone your life. And God sets you on a course in which your life is used in his service, close and intimately with himself. The new year is here. God has a life for you and me that is with him and in his service. So may the Lord continue to mess with us so that we take notice and we wonder, well, what does it mean? What is he doing in my life? And as he calls us out of our very comfortable routines, and as he reveals the answer, and as we squirm like Moses and wonder if, well, this might be a better job for someone else, may the Lord grant us the courage and the faith to follow his lead. For our lives also have an impact and make a difference for those who come after us. In this new year, there will be burning bushes. Our routines will be altered and our lives will be brought closer to God. See you all then in worship this weekend. And if you have not registered for my January 23rd or 22nd or 23rd workshop, the link is down below in the description.